with Southern Surface Cleaning and Pressure Washing. Here with Trudi from Panhandle Power Wash Supply, and our amazing guest today is Greg Tatum.
Amazing. I like that. I'm amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, you got a good introduction there. Superior
telling
quality coating, maker, and I guess you founded Green Ox.
That's right. We got Green Ox, Dysan. We got all kinds of stuff to help everybody.
So he's going to be talking to us tonight about his product that he has out here. And matter of fact, I have used some of it on some PTO roofing and other products. Good stuff. So let's just go. In this, Greg, let's introduce yourself, man. Give us a background about you and tell us how you got in the business and where you started at and how you got where you are today, my friend.
Well, thanks, guys. It's kind of funny how I got in the business. I actually came down, I was living in Florida, and I had a friend up in Colorado that was selling waterproofing products. And so he said, hey, why don't you help me with these waterproofing products down in Florida? And so I came down here during a bad economy, and we couldn't sell anything. These builders would not buy a thing. The economy was terrible. They wouldn't spend the extra money. So long story short, I was about ready to give up, and I kept seeing these pressure washer guys driving around, and I kept seeing their trucks, and I'm like, well, why can't we just use our waterproofing technology on the pavers? So to make a long story short, I ran around to a couple of distributors and ended up getting a couple of distributors that said, hey, it's a great idea. We put our basic product in at the time, and then as things developed, we started adding additional products to the line. And that was with another company that many of you know I worked with. And about 5 years ago, I went with another local company. Both are great companies, but developing products here in Florida. And so that's kind of how I got into it. And it's just been wonderful. I love the people in this industry. I love helping people. And one of the biggest things that gives me joy is when somebody calls me up and says, hey, man, you changed my life. I was pressure washing. Now I'm sealing. I got a new truck. My kids are going to a better school. Everything's wonderful. I feed on that. That is awesome.
That's what it's all about, man. Just getting out there helping other people. So the Dysan stuff.
Yes.
What's it about? I noticed you had it down at the Panhandle event
yes.
last year, and a lot of people didn't know exactly what it was. I think it may have been kind of new to us.
It was brand new. We waited to introduce the Dysan down there, and a lot of people got to see it, and some are buying it. But I'll tell you what, everybody, this is something really big. Many of you know that Ron Jones, who basically is the guy behind the Green Ox Renew and had developed that product, and he holds 31 chemical patents. He's a brilliant guy. A couple of 3 years back, I said, hey, Ron, if we could figure out how to get color to stick to sand and not wash out, when you
right.
whatever, that'd be wonderful. And he said, well, let me work on that. And I forgot about it for a little while. And he called me up. He says, Greg, I might have a way to go with this. So he sent me some samples, and we started playing with it. And I couldn't believe it. The color stuck to the sand. And then at that point also, then we introduced the ant guard to it. And so now we have a product that we can sell as color in your sand that has ant guard. And I will tell you, the homeowners love it. They are just, if you talk to the homeowner and you tell them that you've got Dysan with ant guard, this little jar is not that expensive, but it can make you a lot of money. So we're super excited about it. I even brought a little live demonstration if everybody's interested in seeing that.
So the in the little jar there is just the dye for the sand?
Yes, and so basically we mix the chemicals in here with pigments and the ant guard and the sand. We actually have a little bit of sand that we mix in just so it's thicker, otherwise it's like liquid. And then what you do is you just take a capful. You'll take a capful out, pour it in, half a bag of sand, and then you just mix it up. Later on here, once we get rolling, I'll show you guys. It mixes right on the job, and what's wonderful about it is that it's semi-hydrophobic. So if you're trying to dry sand your jobs, when you go to sweep it in, it doesn't suck up that water molecule and become sticky. So it falls into the joints. It also works with wet sand too. So you can either, if you're wet sanding, that's fine, or if you're dry sanding. And then to all the applicator guys that are out there that are installing the pavers, we just had the pavers installed at our Sarasota house, and they put it on this blonde sand that it just didn't look right, and they got it everywhere. And this is just a great opportunity for you as installing to be able to change the color of the sand and offer the ant guard. So there's two different markets for it: the paver sealing, which is kind of our roots, but also the paver install.
I have a question. So if you've got the dye in the sand, now if they don't seal on top of it, just resand pavers or use it to lay pavers, if they want to soft wash it later, will the SH kill that dye in there, or will retain the color?
No, it'll stay in there. As we all know, if you're using bleach on anything that's iron oxide, that's why the bleach goes through your trailers and stuff and damages your equipment, is that it goes after the iron. And we have the red that we have is iron oxide, and that's why a lot of the roofs and stuff that get down here in Florida, like where you are too, but down here especially, because we get a little bit more mold. Every time you use bleach on it, you're pulling out a little bit more of that red. Mm-hmm. And there's neighborhoods that the roofs have been cleaned so many times that the tiles have gone to a pink, and I've even seen them actually go back to almost the gray concrete. So
it's not red dye number 4, right? Because that just got
red dye number 4.
Yeah, you can't use that.
Three, just to prove that it's safe, right here.
Okay, perfect. Let me tell you who's watching. We got Hunter Bradley watching. Hey, Hunter. We got Shannon Broser, Darren Newsom, Jay Hughes. He's stuck at his job. He said he's got to come back. He'll watch it later. Thank you. So, hey, Hunter. Hope you're doing well. And Darren, yes, I am feeling better. I'm more impatient now than hurting because I want to get out and do stuff, and I know I can't, but it is what it is. I'll behave. We've got a halo somewhere. I found one. Anthony, I needed it.
I see the horns holding it up.
And Joshua David England is watching. Hey, Joshua. So, so that's awesome that it won't change color, because I know a lot of the dyes that when you put bleach or SH on it, it does affect the colors. Because I don't know if there's an expert in the room of color changing, but I know it happens. So
well, that'd be you, right, Trudi?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. So no, that's why I was wondering if it would change colors. And I apologize about my voice. I'm struggling to talk. I'm still healing, but I'm doing my best. So we got Skip Wrigley and Riviera Joshua in the house. So, hey guys, and if you guys have any questions, Greg, you've got questions about paver sealing, resanding, green ox renew, which you guys know that I'm an advocate for because of the industry paint issues that I am I'm just passionate about, just because it happened to me and I don't want it to happen to anybody else. But you got a EPA safer product that you can use over water, around koi, around plants. And it is a safer option if your customer does not want the bleach to be used.
Yeah, this is so true. The product is just absolutely incredible. It took us a lot of work to get the EPA safer choice. But, basically that gives you a lot of opportunity. I don't know if everybody's aware of this, and I'm sure it's happening all over the country, but for example, in Hillsborough right now and other counties in Florida, if they catch you running bleach down into the storm system, or for that matter, any water that goes down in there, we're talking big fines. We're talking companies that are getting put out of business. They're really taking this stuff crazy serious.
It is. So Florida's rule is it's on-site drainage. So as long as you keep it on-site, you're safe. But if it runs off the property, then you have to protect yourself and do reclaim, or whatever, sludge sucker to keep it on the property, whatever you need to do. But Florida is an on-site. That's what you have to keep it on site. I don't know what the technical term is, because I'm not one of those fancy guys that knows all that stuff. But all I know is it is an on-site law that if it stays on site, you're safe. But if it runs out into the street, then you've got an issue. So it's good to have a safer product there. And Darren Darren said, Anthony, I talked with an oil company about cleaning 7 gas stations. You have helped me out. So that's awesome. Good job, Anthony. And then Austin Smith is watching. Hey, okay, I'm going to give my voice a break. So you two men, go ahead.
Oh, well, Greg said the product is environmental safe. That was, and safe for being touched if you get it on you. Matter of fact, it was accident that it was proven 2 years ago at a panhandle event. All of a sudden, some lady got sprayed right in the face with some product.
I think that's her fault because I took the ladies to go get mimosas and she chose not to. So if she would have got a mimosa, she wouldn't have got sprayed in the face. I just call that karma.
You guys,
but anyway, it is safe. I mean, if not, Greg would have known about it and Trudi would have known about it, and there'd have been a big lawsuit over it. But
right now, and the funny thing is, we paid that lady $1,000 to take the product right to the eye just to prove it.
Hey, the next time I want to be the test dummy, okay?
Yeah. So the green ox, when you do get it on your hand, it does turn it white and it stings a little bit. But the way I say it is, if remember when you were 10 years old and skinned your knee, and Mama put the hydrogen peroxide on, and you screamed to all get out. It's the same thing. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to pull your skin off. If you have any bacteria on your skin, that's what it's attacking. So just like, you get a cut or you got a scar, or you got hydrogen peroxide, it tries to find that bacteria. So that's what it's attacking. It's not attacking you. So I did have a few guys call me, say it burns. I didn't wear a glove. It burns. I'm just wash your hands and give it a minute. It's fine. I mean, I work with it without gloves. It's fine. But
she's going to rest her voice.
I know. Sorry. I get passionate about stuff. I'm sorry.
Well, if you gargle with it I promise.
We'll turn you loose in 3 weeks, Trudi.
They should have cut my vocal cords out. They messed with them a little bit, but Shane would have been happy.
I just messing with you.
I know. Okay, go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Now that you mentioned the peroxide, I can tell you guys a couple of things that it's doing that's just incredible. I know, Trudi, you've done just some wonderful videos. We've done some videos on docks, decks, roofs, I mean, everything. We do have the Kitchen Ox Pro right here, which is a 16%. Anthony, did you use that? Was that 16% you used on the McDonald's, or was that the regular?
It was regular green ox.
The regular green ox?
Yeah, we used the kitchen one when we did the hood vents.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they did the hood vent thing.
Are you saying I look like Anthony now? That's not nice.
Well, just if we have any hood cleaners watching, or anybody that's cleaning kitchens, or anybody that's doing the dumpster pads or grease coming out, you get a lot of grease that comes out onto the concrete of restaurants or onto the pavers. Listen, try the Green Ox, especially with the Kitchen Ox Pro. It reacts on vertical. It reacts. It's just crazy. You spray it on, and it just boom. It just explodes, and then you can agitate it a little if you like or whatever. And what we're doing in the restaurants is sucking it up. So we're actually using a vacuum, a shop vac, to clean it up, and you don't have to throw all that water on it. We're sucking it right up. I have some videos at superiorqualitycoatings.com, on the Facebook site that you can go look at. It's just incredible. So the problem that I have had, and Trudi, you kind of broke the mold on this a little bit, is that when we first started with this product, the people that would really slow down, listen to us, and try it realized how powerful it was and what it could do and how to market it, but they didn't want to share the information. They didn't want to talk about it. I even had a couple of the guys that were buying a lot of product a week even go online and say, oh yeah, no, this and that and the other thing, because they didn't want everybody else to find out about it. So kudos to you, Drew, getting out there and really sharing this with everybody and letting everybody know, just what a wonderful product this is. The byproduct is water and oxygen. Very simple to convince a homeowner or city or contractor, or rather commercial. This is the way to go. We sell a lot of it to Marines. Marinas down here in Florida, anywhere around the water. We sell Lakeland Water Board. Right now, it's GDOT approved, so it's Georgia Department of Transportation approved. There's cities that are using the product all up and down in the Carolinas. It's growing. It's getting very popular. So if you have any questions, contact Trudi or myself, and just find out what a wonderful product it truly is. It's not to replace bleach. I made a big ass mistake, Trudi, and you know what I did. Found this freaking product that I just fell in love with. I went out there and I said some smart ass things online, and I got my butt handed to me.
I told you.
I know. Well, you know, everybody complains so much about the bleach and how it did this and that. They're always asking us, can you get an alternative? So when I found this, my dumb ass goes out there and says, all right, everybody, let's put bleach back into the swimming pool where it belongs. Oh, that was not good. I learned the hard way on that one.
You got to talk to pressure washing mama to find out what's good.
Oh,
Mama,
yeah.
So we got Mike Kilgore, Justin Stewart, and Abel Serrano. I'm sorry if I messed that up, but they're here. And Darren said, Greg, we're making a video of cleaning oil field equipment for you. So Darren, thank you for that.
Oh, awesome.
I remember the first time I tested Green Ox, it was in Georgia. And it failed, and it's not funny, but the ironic thing is Ron had me go on right after your company's speech. You guys were there and talking and everything, and then I came behind and I said, well, it failed. It took the paint off, and
Ooh.
I mean, I'm honest. I'm not going to lie. Whatever it does, and you contacted me directly and said, what's going on? What do you need to do? What do we need to happen? And then for my first event in Sandestin, you called me and said, test it. And I'm like, Greg, if I test it, I'm not BSing anybody. If it fails, it fails, and everybody's going to know. And you're like, it's not going to fail. And I tested it, and it didn't fail because I think you took either one chemical out and put two in, or took two out and put one in, but something happened and it made it right. But I felt so bad for Ron because he was there talking it up, and I went behind him going, nope, it failed. It didn't do good. And I was like, no, I felt so bad, but the schedule was there. But it's a great product. And, you know, for the houses that change color because of the pigment issue, it's amazing. You're going to have to charge your customer a lot more, but what they're going to pay for you to clean that house is going to be way cheaper than them to repaint the house. So, you know, make sure that, you know, you educate your customers and test every painted surface, every trim, garage door, any different color. You know, ask the customer if they've repainted, the touched up paint, because I had a customer call me and said they touched up little spots on their house and they washed it and it looked like a giraffe. It had spots all over it. It was crazy. But, you know, that's a great product for that. Great product. I did a video on a boat dock in super hyper speed. I was dancing at the end. It was really cool. But no, it's a great product for that. And, you know, with us being in Florida and the Panhandle where we're surrounded by water, it's an awesome option to have, a backup, just in case somebody does not want bleach or you cannot use bleach. But make sure the customer's going to be paying for that extra product and that extra service. So even though it's going to cost more than bleach, you didn't paint their house. You didn't pick this color that you can't paint. So you didn't build their house over water. So they are going to have to pay that extra because that's the choices they make.
Well, Trudi, you know, you mentioned that it is more expensive than it is, and I just want to tell everybody, I wish we could make it the same price as bleach. It would just be incredible. It's an expensive product to make, there's no doubt. Even if you knew the exact raw materials in it, you couldn't come close to the price because you can't buy it in a large bulk that we're buying it in. We are trying to keep it reasonable. We're trying to get it out there. But when you talk about the price of the job that you're doing on any type of situation that you're using SH, you got to keep one thing in mind. Just because in some parts of the country you can buy, what are we now, bleach, I don't know what we're paying for, $2.50 a gallon, maybe. Does that sound right?
Not up north. Up north it's like $5 or something.
Well, California, where we sell quite a bit of this product, it's
ours is 4 something.
But one thing that everybody forgets about is, and I talk to people about this all the time every day, is that, the money that it actually saves you to use this product. Because one, you're not worried about killing plants. It won't kill plants. And so you're not covering.
Unless you've got a bacteria.
Right, you're not replacing that.
No.
And so that saves you time and job. And then, it does work very deep on concrete, and it doesn't damage your equipment, and it's much easier on you. I'm down here in South Florida, Southwest Florida. I see everybody up on the roofs. I see them spraying, and rarely do I see a respirator using bleach. And we all know we should do it, but we get out there, it's busy, it's hot, the mask sucks, we don't want to wear it. So there's a lot of advantages of using this product. So when you guys are considering the price on it, kind of weigh the fact that you are saving money, because now if you've got a ground guy you're paying, he can actually help him clean the roof, so you speed things up. They're very popular with guys that are doing solo stuff. If you're working by yourself and you don't have a guy on the ground, it works great for that too.
Awesome.
I want to back up a little bit. We said it's safe if you get it on, just rinse it off. But hold up the bottle accelerator there, Greg.
Well, the accelerator, guys, yes, and that's a great point.
I don't know how I done it, but I was pouring it over in the 5-gallon bucket, and it splashed, and just a drop went down in the top of my boot, got down on the top of my foot, and I still have the scar today. So still, we say it's safe. It is after you mix it up.
Yeah.
But be careful mixing it up, guys, because the accelerator is pure 100%.
It'll bite you. And what's interesting about it is that everybody, this is where the patent and everything came in, and the technology is that Ron Jones was able to figure out how to take peroxide and run it through a stabilization process to where you could take the boost, which we have right here. You can see the accelerator, and then it neutralizes it. So, but yes, a word of caution, be very careful with the accelerator, use all the proper protection on it. I've got a few burns myself, I learned the hard way. So that is something, I'm glad you brought that up. But
watch this shelf life.
Once it's fixed, you're good to go.
While we're talking on shelf life, so if you had some couple of years sitting on the shelf.
Couple years, that's the nice part about it. There's a lot of parts of the country where it's kind of hard to get a hold of bleach. Some guys have it, delivered, others drive miles and miles to get it. If you call Trudi and get a 55 or get a tote from her, or if you call us or whatever, always call Trudi first. But if you get that tote, you can actually use that for a couple of years. So, you can keep it in your garage. The people that buy the totes, that spend the money to buy the totes, end up using it for all kinds of different stuff. So contact Trudi on tote pricing. I know she's she sells a lot of 5-gallon buckets, but if you're a larger company and you want to use the product, give her a call, and she'll quote you the price on a tote, and we just deliver it right to you. It's very simple.
Yeah. Okay. Reach out. We got Chad Hupp. He is watching now. Abel, the Green Ox is an amazing product. He just ordered another 5 gallons. Chad Hupp. Oh, hey, welcome, Chad. And Christopher Jones is here. He said he was listening while he's working.
Listen while you work.
I don't know. It's like a personal chat for me. Okay, Hunter, tell Guy hi for me. All right, go ahead. Let's talk.
You said that you had a new product out. It's maybe sitting there beside the Green Ox bottle in the gallon. You said you use that like on dumpster pads for restaurants?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I've got some videos. We're going to start promoting that a little bit more. We've got so many great products that we're having some personnel issues on which one to promote and how to do it. So we are bringing some people in there going to get out and really promote these different products. But the Green Ox, the Kitchen Ox Pro, well, they're both great products, but the Kitchen Ox Pro is 16%, and we sell it in the gallons. Usually it comes 4 to a case, and you mix it up and you spray it on the dumpster pads or that grease that you see walking out onto the concrete or in the restaurant. So the restaurant, when you walk in, like I know the worst one's Outback to me. Any Outback I've ever walked through anywhere in the country, my feet are slipping and sliding, and a lot of it is with these franchises. They're required to use a certain product, but you walk into a restaurant, you see that, talk to the restaurant owner about coming in and doing some cleaning with it. You put it down and it goes to work, it goes to town, and then you vacuum it back up, and the floors just, they'll come out. The people will see the floor and they'll think that this black part, the black that they see in the floor is part of the flooring itself. And when you clean it up, they actually see that there is no black there, that you've got this flooring below it. So you definitely got to try it for dumpster pads, grease. We did a video a little while back where we were doing a demo up in Jacksonville, and the guy, it was right after Thanksgiving, and the guy's kid dumped a bunch of turkey grease on it. And here we're coming over to the applicator's house with all these people to do a demo, and everybody's like, what are we going to do? Because you can't seal on turkey grease. And we used the side, it took it completely out after he tried every single degreaser he could get to get it off, took it right out, and we sealed the job. So around barbecues, on your seal jobs, or anywhere you've got grease that's food based, it's amazing.
Cool. I'm gonna try that.
Well, you have to at McDonald's. Look
So,
at
is it
Hinton's here and Champ's here. Hey guys.
is it still a 2-part thing, just like the regular green ox?
it is, yes.
So you mix it up, you'd have to put it in a pump-up sprayer still?
Yeah, always plastic, by the way, never metal. The nice thing about the Pro, or the Green Ox or Kitchen Ox Pro, is that you can also cut it with water. So it's not that much more expensive. It does have to ship hazmat, so there's a little extra charge there. But you can actually double the product. And in many cases, you can double the Green Ox. Maintenance, if you guys have maintenance projects where you're just doing maintenance, you can cut the Green Ox 50/50, and you can put it through multiple systems and blow it. Or, I mean, put it on or do whatever you can to get it on there. And it will just get the bacteria, and it's a great maintenance product.
And I've tested it 50/50 when I did my sample, and it does work. It takes a little bit longer dwell time, but the outcome's the same. There's a couple questions for you, which I know the answer to, but you're the guest, so you can answer it. Shannon Rosa said, what about Aqualife if you're doing a boat harbor on the Gulf Coast? Is it safe for marine life?
Yes. And she says something about shrimp and oysters, etc.
Yeah.
The EPA has given it the safer choice. Basically what happens is that the product itself turns into water and oxygen. And Trudi, as you know, I love throwing this question out to everybody at the shows. It's like, why is using Green Ox Renew safer than just using water? And most people sit around, they think about it, and then once in a while somebody in the crowd will say, I know why. Here's the reality. When you go out to like a concrete dock or a wood dock, and they say, oh, don't use any chemicals, and you start pressure washing that dock, you're pushing in all that bacteria from the bird crap, the chemicals, everything that's on there, the algae. You're pushing all those toxins into the water. So when you use the Green Ox on it, you're neutralizing everything. So now you're pushing clean dirt into the water that doesn't affect the aquatic life at all.
Here's one Abel's got, said, can you cut Green Ox 50/50? I do restaurant maintenance cleaning.
Yep.
My thing is yes, because when I used it on that TPO roof, you said cut it down till you find up to where you're going to mix. Here's the thing with these products. Yes, they're expensive. They cost money to get. If you just go out there, you mix it up, and you take 5 gallons, you put it on a 10 by 10 square concrete, you lost money. So, yes, it can be diluted down. I think it can because I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
But then, find that ratio that's going to clean the product that you clean it the way you want it clean and the way you want it to look. With me saying that, I'm going to let Greg finish, and he can go into more specific details if there are any.
Well, I want to give you guys, I'm glad there's a couple kitchen guys on there and the hood cleaners. We are right now having really good success with hood cleaning companies. We got 2 of them right now. I won't say who they are, but they're fighting over the exclusive rights to our product for hood cleaning, and we're not going to give that to anybody. So if you guys are watching, sorry. But the reality is that it works so good on the kitchen grease and the hoods. That is just an up-and-coming industry for us. I want to share this with you, and this came from one of our applicators that buys a lot of product from us up in, I think he's in the New York area. But we ship him quite a bit of product. And he called me up and he goes, Greg, you're not going to believe this. He said, we were one of 3 companies that were hired to basically clean this entire catering company's business. I guess they have these super large catering companies that produce food that goes out to everybody. I don't know if it's a restaurants or exactly what it is, but it's a catering company. And they actually had to have 3 companies come in because it was so large. Well, he went in there with our product and they gave him about a week. It was about a week of cleaning that they had figured with the time frame. He was done in a couple of days. He got 0 callbacks. The other 2 companies that were doing the kitchen cleaning were there all week, and they got tons of callbacks. That's how fantastic this product is. It crawls into the joints and pulls the crap out. It works super quick. It works super thorough. So if you have anything to do with kitchen grease, you really need to try this product. If you've got a grill at home, order a gallon from Trudi or whatnot and go give it a shot. It will blow your mind.
And I like it because, everybody's like, oh, can you use it on a roof? I said, I have seen it used on a roof, and you spray it up there, and all of a sudden all that white foamy stuff turns black because it's just bubbling all that stuff to the top, and it turns it into all the sludge, and then you remove it, and it's just a clean roof. Like I said, I use the boo-boo thing because I'm a mommy, and you put it on a boo-boo and you see it bubbling up because it's pulling all that nasty stuff right off of the substrate. So whatever, if a roof or a house or concrete or whatever, it's bubbling all the nastiness out of the substrate to clean it. So it's getting it all disinfected and clean, which is awesome, and it's a great product.
Well, Trudi, I'm so glad you brought that up, and I still love that video. We still get so many views. Well, the original video we did on the fence, 5 years ago or whatever, that video I think it's over 1 million of organic views. I don't think we ever paid for it.
How many people seen me?
It's at 1 million.
A few million?
890 here 6 months ago, so I'm sure it's 1 million views.
Man.
But here's the reality. There is no product that cleans wood better than this product.
Yeah.
I will put it up against any product that's out there. I know you told me to be nice at your last show, and I'm not going to say names, but after another company cleaned some wood, we went up there and we used our product, and I was being nice, didn't tell anybody, but I'm telling you, it cleaned right over the top of that. If you are cleaning wood, if you are doing wood, and you are not using this product to clean it, you're making a mistake, and you need to try it. It is a little bit more expensive, but the time that you save is tremendous. You don't have to you just basically spray this product on and pretty much walk away. If it's a bad roof, or a bad fence or roof or deck, just do a quick little rinse on it. If there's a little bit of stuff left on it, don't worry about it. It cleans for 24 hours. Just walk away, come back the next day or 2, and you got perfectly clean, bright wood.
Well, Greg, so you said it cleans for 24 hours. That means you spray it on there, rinse it off, and after I rinse it off, I'm leaving. It's still going to be sitting there cleaning? We sound like an info commercial for
that's why But the key to that is don't over rinse it. In other words, get the muck off and just enough to make the homeowner happy, make you feel happy, and let it go to town. Because it will. I've had guys call me and say, well, I used your product and it did pretty good cleaning, but it left a little here, left a little bit there, and they go, we'll go back tomorrow. And they'll call me up. I went back, they're just like shocked. They're like, the fence is perfectly clean. So.
Oh, Hunter, I'm so sorry. Give her a big hug for me. I hope she feels
I had
better.
one pulled the other day, and I feel bad, so imagine what she's feeling like.
You want to get 7 vertebrae fixed in your neck?
That's nothing. Quit you whining about that stuff.
I
Very
swear.
gracious.
Shane's like, are you better yet? Can you cook? Are you better yet? Can you cook? I'm like, honey. 6
She's
weeks.
moving pretty good.
The
No, he's
cooking,
doing
cleaning,
great.
no.
He's been doing
Oh
amazing.
yeah, but yeah, he's
I
gonna be our
can't
next. He's
eat
gonna be
his
our next.
food. I can't eat the food, so I don't know what it tastes like, but he's been doing amazing. We got Miguel watching, Chris is watching, and Bailey's watching. Hey guys. So another thing you do, Greg, is the sealer.
Yeah, we ain't hit it
Paver
yet. Have we?
sealer. But
Oh yes,
before you start,
that's all right.
let me show them. Oh, my jammies is showing. Let me show them what this is.
Stuff covered it.
You guys see this? You know what's awesome about this bucket?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had 5,000 of them at the show last year.
Oh, I can't. There we go. That's better. And look what this has. Look, I've never seen a bucket with this. You know how hard it is to dump a bucket of anything into anything else? This right here. Look at this. Look at that. You know how easy that is? Dude, that's amazing.
Don't take much to entertain Trudi, does it?
I know. I've been on the couch for 3 months. It's like, look at this bucket.
Look at this bucket.
I haven't had my hand on anything pressure washing on. This is exciting. You should wait till I'm better and get myself on a trailer. But no, it's got the gallons. Oh, I can't look there. It's got the gallons. And it's also got the other lines. So when you're dumping it, it still tells you, but you don't measure things when you're dumping. So this is the best thing. I'm a pro. I know how to do it. But anyway, so this is a cool bucket. It does come with the lid. We've got them on the website. We've got a pallet of them. So please, you guys really need these buckets because I need the room.
How much are they?
$23.
How much?
23.
Damn, Greg.
So it comes, this rope handle by itself. If you ever bought rope, this is probably $10 right here.
He probably sold it to you for $4.99.
Oh,
Well,
I don't price gouge. You're mean. Alexa's on here. Hey, Lex.
well,
She said, hey, friends. Hope you all are doing fantastic. Well, I'm healing, and Greg's whining. I mean, not Greg, but Anthony's whining about getting tooth pulled. So whatever.
Trudy's leaving for Mexico tomorrow.
Shh. No, I am actually. I'm going to be Shane's and mine wedding anniversary, and Shane's birthday on the 4th. So I'm going to take my butt off this couch at home, put it on a plane, and then we're going to be in Cozumel, and my butt's going to be sitting in a beach chair. So I'm going to be sitting and not doing anything, but I'm going to have a nice view. And I can have a couple margaritas because I can drink on my medication. So I can have a couple margaritas. I'm not going to overdo it because that causes inflammation, and then I'll hurt. So, you know. All right. Well, we got. Oh, hey, Kaya. Hope you're feeling better, hon. Anyway, so Greg, after I talked about the bucket that you can use for sealing, go right ahead and tell us about what the sealing products you've got over there, which we have used. I've got a YouTube video of us using it. So tell them what the difference is. I mean, what would they need for what?
Well, we make a full line of sealers. That's our roots. We've obviously gone into other different areas and things that we're doing. But we have a 2-part sealer that is made that we have custom blended by what's becoming the #1 sealing manufacturer in the country. But it's our custom blend, and a lot of people don't understand that it is actually an upgrade. It is a little bit more expensive, but if you use it and compare it with the other products, you will see a difference. Trudy, if anybody buys our product tonight, our Orca Plus, and they don't say that it just has an incredible finish, that they really like it, I'll refund their money. That good a product. The first time you use it, you'll see a huge difference. If you do it side by side with any other paper sealer on the market, you will see a difference. And it was a different approach to how to make it better. And the formula got tweaked a little bit of newer technology and a few other things came into it. And you just got to try it. And it's incredible. So I will mention that And Trudi, you have some of these, but guess what? Our bucket comes with everything and the handle to pour.
Oh,
So don't charge $23 more for our product, but you do get it with this bucket. Now, what's really exciting about this?
I'll just found it out.
What's that?
So you're telling them not to buy the buckets I got a pallet of?
Well, yeah, just buy this one. No, I'm totally kidding. But
Well, thank you, Greg.
I need something.
I'm sending a pallet back tomorrow.
no, they're great, but not. The thing is that there's not everybody. The majority of pressure washers don't seal, so you have to seal the driveway to get this. So, but those buckets are great, and I do want to explain a little bit about. I don't know if everybody saw the name on it, which is Sealer Life. Mm-hmm. And Sealer Life is a joint venture between multiple manufacturers right now, and it's really part of an awareness program. It's going to be hopefully really going to full-fledged force here in about 3 to 4 months. It's a full line of apparel. It's a full line of merchandise and also knowledge. So it's going to all be tied around just knowledge about sealing. It's all about sealing. So you're gonna get a lot more on that. But in any case, the bucket itself is fantastic. The sealer, we have the 2-part sealer. We have a single stage sealer that I originally developed with another company way back when. That we've done a few things to tweak it. It's a wonderful product. We also have our Ghost Fish, which is our invisible sealer that we use. So if you've got a concrete job where you want to seal it and make it waterproof, but it doesn't change the substrate, we've got that product. It has a built-in mill-to-side. It's a reactor. It actually uses silicone versus a siliconate and other things that are out there. So it's at the top of the food chain, still very reasonably priced. And then we have the Stonefish, and the Stonefish for travertine is, we sell so much of that product. It has just become so popular for travertine, natural stone, and marble. And then, of course, we have our full stripper line. So we have a gel stripper, and we also have the liquid version of that. And it's a great product. It works wonderful. So we get a lot of great reviews, pretty much on our entire line. And a lot of you know that we really started pushing the color way back when and recoloring when color was dead. Color 10 years ago was dead. The reason it was dead is that everybody that was out there was putting it down wrong. There was nobody training people and coming up with ways to actually put color back into pavers the right way. So these jobs just looked horrible. Everybody gave up on it. It wasn't just us. There were other people that were involved too with the color. But it has gotten to the point now where we can teach you how to use the color and come up with just phenomenal work. And I know if you go to our website, in our Facebook page, Superior Quality Coatings, you'll see what we're doing with color. We're doing things with color that nobody else in the industry, none of our competition is really doing what we're doing. We have a class that we charge you. They're very small classes. You come in for 2 days and you learn stuff that you won't learn in the circle. I call them circle squirts, and I've done plenty of them. But rather than standing around and just watching, it's a one-on-one get out, classroom stuff, out into the field, the basic understanding. You leave our program really feeling comfortable about what you're doing.
So did I hear you say if they buy the product tonight or can't tonight, well, I guess they go online and buy it, and they use it and it don't work? Did you give 100% guarantee that it's going to work? You're going to give the people their money back?
Yes.
Is that what I heard you said?
You buy the product tonight from Trudi. I offer this anyway. I can do this because I really don't have the problems with the product. When people use it, they can see the difference. They can't deny it. But yeah, if you want to order the product from us and you use the product, and I'm not talking about a pallet and then there's people out there who will try to get away with stuff, but legitimately, you use the product, you're not happy with it, you call us, let us know what happened, let us know what you think, we'll refund your money.
Is that for all of it? Any product on that table, or is that just for the sealer?
Well, I didn't think about that, but
you said these products. I just want to make sure that people understand. I don't need somebody to go buy, 20 gallons of green ox, throw it on the roof, and it not work, and call Trudi and say, "Hey, I need my money back." Greg said that didn't work.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the problem with all that, as we all know, is that certain things happen and things don't get applied right, and other things happen, and blah, 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 blah. But I will tell you this, I'll make a guarantee that you won't find any other product on the EPA safer choice or any other product made that's as safe as green ox to clean. You won't find anything that will come close to it. So,
go ahead.
I want a taste of that kitchen ox. I got to try it.
So I've got a question. So will your sealers or your sand or the sealing product to do the whole job, sand and sealer, will they prevent from grass growing through will they, like lock the sand in there so grass doesn't come up, and will it prevent ants?
that really, I love it when they ask that question. Because, and this is stuff that we teach you in our classes, and it's available information. You can call us on anything. But what happens is there's two forms of weed growth. There's a weed growth where somebody put the pavers over the top of ground that wasn't treated and prepped properly, and you've got a weed base that's growing under there that pushes up through. And I'll tell you, life always finds a way. That's almost not a prep problem, because you've got these aggressive weeds that are trying to push up through the pavers into the coating. When we use these products, we lock the sand, so we make it very difficult for those type of weeds to get in there. But life will find a way, but it will dramatically change it. Now, the other type of weed growth is what we call it's a hydroponic. And so what happens is that you're cutting your lawn and you're throwing seeds up onto the pavers, and these seeds fall down into the joints. They have a little bit of moisture, and they start to grow. And you can tell the difference, because when you grab one of those weeds and you pull it, it comes right out because it's not really attached to much in there. So there's two types of weed growth that's there, but by locking the sand, you do dramatically increase the strength to keep the weeds from coming through.
That still goes back to prep.
Yeah.
Prep from the start. If you smooth it out, put the right barrier down, all that stuff, most likely you're not going to have a problem.
Do you have like a pesticide product that you put that can help with the ants?
Well, we have the ant guard, which is into the dye sand, and we don't really have. I've played with this a little bit. We got to be very careful because, technically, if you're going to go out and you're going to tell somebody you're putting down a pesticide, you have to have a pesticide license, and the homeowner basically can do whatever the hell they want. So it's kind of a fine line that you have to walk with it. But the ant guard, I'll just leave it with the ant guard. Works pretty well. I wouldn't promise them that it will get rid of ants or that it will keep the ants from coming through, but it does a pretty decent job. So,
you just have a product called Ant Guard?
Just Ant Guard?
Yeah.
We may do that. There's no doubt. We own the rights to the name and all that, and we've been talking about that. But right now it's just into the sand. So we'll discuss that later. That's probably on the horizon.
Greg's voiceover.
Where'd that voice come from?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where'd that voice come from?
We got a new person in here?
Oh, that's Janet. She's like my little altar. Come on over here and introduce yourself. She's scared to go on camera. Come on over.
Okay, we've got David and Birds watching.
Hi.
Hey.
Married
That's his beautiful wife. I don't know what he does. He must seal.
This is my beautiful wife. We've been together since damn near out of high school.
Since 1986.
86, and she's
Nice.
Hi, everybody.
That's the glue that keeps the company together.
Yes,
Right
it
there.
is.
Yeah,
In line.
definitely.
If he misbehaves, he gets sent in that room. She locks the door until he learns everything.
Yeah, she does.
I know you too well.
But yeah, so I can show you guys how this works if everybody's interested, just to see. I've
Do
got my drill here.
Oh. I'm glad the
Man,
wife
man.
left for that device.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Show us what you got.
All
I'm
right.
gonna stand back. I don't want to get stuff all over me.
No, I'm ready to break up.
So, just real quick on this ant guard, we have these. Jen, take that up to the camera to show them. We have these homeowners. Just put it in front of the lens.
They're in Central Florida. That baggie's a little too small, Greg.
Yeah.
Can you
You
see
guys
it?
see that?
Okay, wrong color too, I think.
That bag eat you
I'm
live.
not an expert on it, but I think watching all those shows.
That's
So
fine.
That's
tasty.
20 to 30 right there.
About right there.
Oh, you want to see it?
Anyway, guys, what that is, these are the bags that we give you to show. These come, we supply these, and then you can tell the homeowner, take a look at this color, if you like this or whatever. So you can actually make the color. So these are just samples to sell the sand to them. And if you're sealing pavers, I'm telling you, at first I had a feeling this would work because I had so many people ask me about colored sand and what can you do and this and that. So, but we went out with hundreds of homeowners before we actually brought it to market. This is a winner. It costs you about $5 a bag to color it. You get your own sand and you color it, and they love it. It's gotten so many jobs for our guys. And I'm not exaggerating here. Literally everybody that has used the product has bought more, and that never happens. Never happens. So anyway, I'll show you. This is actually a sand that we had already colored. It's kind of a brown, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it.
Is that a polymer? Is that a polymer base?
No, but you can use it in polymers.
Okay.
You could use it. You could color a tan polymer any color you want.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead.
I didn't take my drugs before the show this time. I'm thinking.
So that's half a bag.
So here's the. Can you guys see that from there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, this sand was actually already treated to turn brown. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the red. So if you got a red, and I'll tell you, nobody has red sand. Nobody's used red sand because we don't have red sand. And you got to go out to Arizona or Lake Powell to get red sand. So we don't see it here. And it really is impressive. So what you do is you just take about, well, that's a little bit more than I needed. But you take a capful of it per half gallon of the bag. So in other words, you have a 50-pound bag, you take just one capful, drop it in, split it up. So now you got about 25 pounds of sand. That's what we've noticed seems to mix the quickest and the easiest. If you upgrade your drill, and I have some pictures online to show you what you can do there. So you just basically stick it in.
Woo! I was waiting for that.
Well, that PPE.
Put your drill on low. Holy crap.
Well, what's wrong with your face? It looks a little red now, Greg.
Don't have high.
It's like a fun cooking show, isn't it, Anthony?
Yeah.
I
I told you stand back. Ain't
know,
gonna get it all over you.
Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys can see that we just put a red on the sand. I don't know if that shows up or not, but the sand's got a definite red to it.
Okay.
So it's just that simple. It's just such an easy product to use.
Where did they get the red thing to do that?
Trudi, you've got quite a bit of this up there. I don't
No,
know.
the red thing to mix it.
Oh, well, this is just a standard paint mixer
Oh.
that you can use. Use it in a 5-gallon bucket or what.
On low. Use it on
On
low. On low.
So now if you want to turn it black, let's do some black sand.
But that red color, I mean, you're in Florida, and that's primarily what they use in the driveway.
It is very popular, but nobody's seen the red. We haven't had red sand, so when you put it down, people are just, all right, I got my drill on low speed.
I've done that with a bucket of paint, mixing up paint, and drill.
I've done that with cookie or cake batter. Man, it went everywhere.
Yeah.
Should you wear a mask when you do that or
No, well, what's coming out is not going to hurt you.
no? Okay.
And plus we're inside. But you can see now we've gone to a dark, or a kind of a black sand with it. So very simple to use. And the people absolutely love it.
I mean, it makes buying easier because you can just buy the tan sand and then mix it whatever color, as opposed to coming and buying the pewter or the tan or the silver or the black or the, the red sand. Well, there is no red sand, but all the different colors of sand, you can just get the one, and then you've just got the little cans of colorant, so you can do any job on site. You don't have to wait to go look at it.
Well, you don't have to stock 10 bags of black. You don't have to stock a bunch of red. You just use this product, you mix it up right on the site. It stays in the molecules. It stays stuck to the sand. It's really, really incredible. We've tested it. And again, it falls into the gaps really easy for dry sanding. So if you have a little bit of wet moisture that's down and you try to use regular sand, it gets all sticky, it won't fall in. But this is slightly hydrophobic by design, and that's what allows it to fall in without drawing in the water molecule.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah. Hydrophobic sounds like something pressure washers don't need to be. Yeah. Hydrophobic. Yeah.
Hydro.
Okay, I'm trying to be funny.
Hydro.
I've had a couple of.
Oh, they got it. They finally got it. Okay.
I've had a couple of companies that just pressure wash that aren't sealing. That after they blow out all the sand, and they just so they're not resealing it, but they ask the homeowner, hey, do you want sand with the ant guard in it that's colored? It really, the way that it goes, once you get used to sweeping it in, you can really do it pretty fast. So that's something you could charge extra for as you clean a job to go ahead and add the product.
So while we're on the topic of sealers, well, we were on topic of sand, but I'm changing back to sealers, are they like the 2-part? We love the 2-part. We like using that. And usually within 24 hours where we live, you can drive on it. As long as you're not turning the wheels or whatever, you can drive on it. Is that the same with all of your sealers, or what's the time frame once you clean it? And we like water, we like, we don't leave water, standing water. We leave it damp and we can seal it, but it doesn't stay damp long where we live. But so tell us what the time is after you prep and you're ready to go and you lay the sealer on each one of your sealers. So what's the...
Okay, so on our ghost fish, and all of our different product lines have different names to them, and they actually have a meaning to them. The ghost fish is invisible. Ghost fish, ghost, invisible. And so this product you spray down, and literally an hour later you can actually drive on it. It's a reactor, so it's reacting underneath inside the concrete. So this is very popular. We've used this all over the place for concrete to actually, areas that there's problems with mold. City of Naples has used a ton of the product. Building structures, garages, a lot of stuff with the hurricane. So this product you can drive on, pretty soon after. It's not a big deal. I wouldn't do it while it's wet, but it dries pretty fast. The urethanes are obviously the 2-part urethanes. They're a reaction, so they dry quicker. The rule of thumb in our industry, though, and I think all of the manufacturers agree on it, is to tell folks 72 hours. Because if you tell them 72 hours, they'll drive on it in 37 and a half hours. So you gotta tell them longer because they just don't listen. But normally speaking, after about probably really 24 hours in summer, maybe 36 hours in winter, there's really no effects of driving on it. The penetrating products, those end up staying sticky a little bit longer. Our single-base component we modified with an acrylic, so it locks the sand better and it dries quicker. But any of the penetrators like that usually want to give it a little bit more time. And then the ghost fish, you can usually drive on it in about 2 days.
Nice.
I hope that helps.
Yeah. So you didn't get any of the Florida snow, did you?
Down here, we were actually out at the campsite, and we were getting ice crystals dropping on us.
No.
We did, but there was full-fledged ice crystals hitting us.
Yeah, it was crazy. We couldn't work for 7 days. UPS, FedEx, USPS was not riding on the road. All the roads were closed. All the schools were closed. The grocery stores were closed. Nobody could get anywhere because we don't have the equipment to clean it up. So we have to wait for warm weather, and it was a deep freeze all week. So I did send a picture out there of two guys sitting on a tailgate with a baggie of snow.
This is how we do it in the South.
That's all we had. That's it. We got manpower and little baggies of salt. That's all we got. So, people's like, where's my packages? I'm like, nobody's coming to pick them up. I'm sorry. We had 7 inches of snow in Florida and 14-degree weather. We got down to 14 degrees. Isn't that crazy? It was insane.
It's that global cooling.
Yeah.
You gotta worry about this stuff.
I can't believe we didn't have any damn, what are those big old ice cubes in the damn water? What are those called?
Hey guys, can we do something?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
We're going to find out in this group who does clean restaurants besides me, because I'm going to get some. I'm going to do a video. But what I want to do, somebody that may clean restaurants, let's give them, and here's the thing, though. They got to do a video of it working.
Yeah.
And send it to us.
Is that hazmat? The kitchen ox?
It has to go with a sticker on it. But
so it is hazmat. It's not. Is it limited quantity though?
I don't think so. I'll check with the factory.
If it's limited quantity, that means anything under 5 gallons can go regular. You just have a sticker.
That's correct.
When you do 5 gallons and up, you have to do hazmat. So it is limited quantity. Okay, so it doesn't cost them anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be able to do that without costing an arm and a leg.
Yeah, it is literally like $62 extra. It's $62 if I send a gallon or if I send a 5. It doesn't matter. It's 62 gallons. That's the hazmat fee on top of the shipping. So
that's why it's pretty popular. The kitchen ox is pretty popular. We send 4 in a box, and the shipping's pretty reasonable on it. But normally speaking, if you're doing kitchen cleaning, a gallon goes a pretty long way.
Okay,
so we get a gallon. You gonna mix it 50-50 start with?
You can.
And just see, or maybe go a little less.
Well, it depends on how bad it is, probably.
Well, it does, and the reason the Kitchen Ox Pro works so well on vertical, it literally, when you spray it on a greasy vent or whatever, it instantly reacts. It instantly just takes off. And so there's no wastage. It kind of foams itself. So it foams up itself. And you don't have any runoff. I mean, it just goes to town. You got to try it. I mean, tell everybody, at least try it and see what you think, because it's a pretty impressive chemical.
We need to know who cleans restaurants.
So we got that video on Panhandle YouTube, and we had the grate sitting upright, and if you use it straight, it clings. You're going to water it down, then it is going to run off, and it's going to prevent doing what it's supposed to do. So you can dilute it to think you're saving money, but you're going to have to apply it more, so you're really not saving money. If you dilute it, 1 to 3, so you have then you're going to have to put it on 3 times, so it's the same. So you might as well just use it straight, let it do its job, do what it's designed to do, and move on. But any flat surfaces, yes, I would suggest you can dilute it, but anything vertical, it's going to be better to just leave it straight.
How long would you let it set on you concrete? Because what we do is we go in and we pre-treat everything. We pre-treat the sidewalk, the drive-through area, and then we start cleaning.
Yeah, it really does a good job. I mean, it's just when you hit that heavy grease stuff on pavers and stuff like that, I've never seen anything work even close. I mean, there's some degreasers, very good degreasers out there, but if you read what's in them and everything in the chemical nature of it, it's they're not environmentally friendly, and they just don't work as deep as this product does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think the dwell time, as long as you don't let it dry, but you could leave it on there and it's still working. So I don't think it matters how long it's on the concrete. It can dry on there, right?
It can. Now here's the trick. When it reacts and it foams, it'll foam up and then it starts to settle back down.
Mhm.
If you can hit it before it completely settles back down, that's when it just slides right off.
Or before it dries.
You let it settle down and come back the next day. You kind of got to break the barrier a little bit to get it, but it will come off.
It's kind of like surface cleaning.
Maybe like 30 minutes, probably tops. Just surface clean over top of it.
Yeah.
All right. We're pushing 105, Trudi.
Oh, we are.
So, Greg, you want to give us a rundown on everything before we get off here, brother? And
I was waiting for Tracy to come out and yell her name, but I haven't come out yet.
did you see her go by?
Yeah, I did. I don't miss nothing. I'm a pressure washer, mama.
I guess, thank you so much for having us on the show. We really appreciate it. I will tell you this, that, if you talk to the people that do business with us, as far as like the customer service goes, and really tucking you under our wings, basically Trudi and I are aligned with the same type of beliefs, and that's why we get along so well, which is to take care of everybody and be there for them and answer questions and help them out when there's a problem. If anybody has any issues they run across, I get calls from people every day saying, I've never ran into this. What do I do? How do I do this? How do I do that? I'm here to help. And my staff is too. We've got Chris and Mike, and everybody's here to really help you with our product line. Just try our stuff. That's all you got to do. Is just try it and see what you think. So if you're using Trudi, which is a great product, or you're using any of the other products, there's some good products out there, but just you owe it to yourself to try this product and just see what you think. All of them. So that's what I have to say.
Perfect. Well, we are going to skip next week, correct?
I don't know, are we?
I thought you had things to do.
You're the one that's taking the trip, not me.
I mean, I can.
My thing's every Thursday, so.
Okay, we're good
4 or 5
every
weeks,
Thursday?
so.
We
I
can
mean,
do
as
that.
long as I'm here, I got here tonight. I just leave.
Okay. Well, I've got somebody lined up for next week, so I will use Shane's laptop, and I'll get on there when I get to Mexico and make sure it's working. If not, you can run the show. I gave you all my login stuff. Just don't do anything weird on my Facebook, okay?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Greg, you want to go next week?
Hey, I'll go. I'm always in. One last thing I wanted to mention, Trudi, there were so many people at your show that wanted to come to our training, and then we got hit with the hurricane scenario, and everything got messed up down here with our school. But we're close to back up and running, so if anybody's out there, make sure you contact us. We're booking the scheduling now, so we can get you in. Get out of that cold weather and come down here and enjoy Florida.
Well, you say that, and then we get 7 inches of snow.
Not down here we did.
No, you're lucky. Lucky. I'm gonna post a picture. All of America had no snow on it except for the Florida area, all south, Louisiana, Florida. It was crazy. I got a picture of it, satellite picture of it. It's nuts. It's like, man, what happened? Is man winter got dementia or something, or
you hate snow so bad? It's your fault.
I don't hate it. I love it. I just couldn't go play in it this time. So I was on the couch all upset and couldn't have any fun. But anyway.
You went out there and laid down in it and made a snow angel.
I know, but it's cold. Well, it snowed.
It does snow. It's supposed to be cold.
I know, but snow's like in the 30s. But it snowed, and then in the morning it was so cold after we got enough. It was a whole thing of ice on top, so we couldn't do anything. But anyway, so Greg, you're going to be at my event next November, correct?
Oh, 100%. Best event there is. To be honest with you, I've even stopped most of all of our other events because it's just, that is just a fantastic format that you have, and we love it. And the business that we get out of it as a vendor is amazing. The people that show up there are willing to learn. It's just been fantastic. And thank you so much for doing what you do, Trudi. You really are an angel in this industry, and you've just done so much for people, and everybody loves you, and thank you.
Well, thank you. And I couldn't do it without the contractors, you guys out there. You are our number one fan. I'm one of you. I'm gonna say I've been washing full time 16 years. We've had the store 5 in, well, 4, but let's say 4 because it was like August. So I'm right there with you, and you show love, and I appreciate it. And I want to give you that love back, and hopefully we can all grow together and be one big happy industry.
Hey, Greg, this year, bring a bigger trailer, my friend.
And some help.
Yeah, my help kind of slipped in that day, a couple of days. That was a little bit tough, but and then let's not dump all the pavers into the local dumpster either. That was expensive.
No.
Yeah. We'll tell you later. I found out after the fact with a text message. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, your helper thought that girl on those flyers were hot. I'm like, yeah, and she could be your mama too. Go away. Anyway.
Hi, guys.
All right, you guys have a great evening.
Good to see you, my friend.
All right, talk to you guys soon.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.